How many of you have kids out there, just with a quick show of hands? A lot of you know that I do have kids. I have a bushel full of kids, 7 kids, one for every day of the week, I suppose. But how many of you, when you're out and about with your kids and you run into people you haven't chatted with in a while, or you're over at a friend's house, or maybe grandma and grandpa come over, how many of you get this comment about your kids all the time? Man, Joey's really growing up fast, or man, Sally Sue is so much taller than the last time that I saw her. And we kind of have to look and kind of be like, oh yeah, they really have changed a lot. And it may only be like a month, right? Or only 6 weeks, or maybe 2 or 3 months in some instances. But that provides us a different perspective of what we see every day in front of us, and kind of lets us have that reminder of like, man, things really do kind of change drastically over time, even if we're not feeling that in the day-to-day, right? And by the way, this is Andy Liechty, a part of Andy Liechty & Associates with FC Tucker. The reason why I share that story with you, quite simply, is because my goal each and every month with this real estate market update with you is to just provide you that little snapshot and that little update on what's going on here in the Central Indiana real estate market. And hopefully it'll bring some perspectives for you that while you're in the middle of living your life, that will be good tidbits and morsels for you if you're somebody that's thinking about making a move, or if you know somebody that's thinking about making a move. So that's why I do this each and every month, just to provide a little touch-in point so we can kind of be your one-stop shop for the dynamics of what's going on here in the Central Indiana real estate market. So I will tell you, we're 6 months in. Today's the first day of summer when I'm filming this. And I will tell you, this has been one of the most interesting markets I've seen in the last 20 years, and 20 years of selling real estate. We have some pockets here in Central Indiana that are still seeing multiple offers and homes that go above list price, but we're also seeing homes that really aren't that much more different, and they could sit on the market a little bit longer, and they may even have price adjustments. So even within our Central Indiana market as a whole, we are seeing micro dynamics that are happening that make each case unique, and makes it very stimulating and compelling and challenging to buy and sell real estate in. But I'm going to give you the data that we have that's based on last month's statistics, so of May, and then like I always do, I'm going to tie that back into a year ago and then also 4 years ago, just to provide that perspective. So here in Central Indiana, inventory has risen 26.2% compared to a year ago at this time. Overall, that means there were over 800 more homes for sale this past May than there was a year ago. However, even though there was more choice in the market, home sales were down of 3.4%. So even though we have 25% more homes than we had a year ago, we have sales that are just slightly less, and that's because there's some buyers sitting on the sidelines, with interest rates being a little bit higher, and just with more choices on the market's moving a little bit slower, right? But even with that dynamic, we're still seeing home prices are not going down, guys. Home prices have gone up in the last year to the tune of 4.3%. Now, that's nowhere near 2 years ago when they were, 13.5%, 14% going up. So it's much more normal, much more what we're used to seeing in Central Indiana over the last, 40, 50 years, where it goes up at about the rate of inflation. So we're seeing that level of appreciation normalize, but we're not seeing it go down. And again, the reason we're not seeing it go down is because when you look at it from the broader context of 4 years ago, we're actually still at an inventory shortage, even though the population is increasing here in Central Indiana. So what do I mean by that is this past May compared to May 4 years ago, we only have 80% of the homes for sale on the market, 80.6 to be exact, that we had 4 years ago. So for every 10 houses 4 years ago, now we're at 8. Now, those of you that have been following me for a while know that that's up quite a bit from what we had 2 or 3 years ago. So the inventory is rising, but we're still not where we need to be. And home sales, actually, compared to 4 years ago, are down a lot more. Home sales in Central Indiana are down over 27%. That was shocking when I saw that. I couldn't believe that. But over 1,100 fewer sales in May of 2024 compared to May of 2020. That's pretty wild to me, but that's what the data said right there. And then if you were somebody that you've been in your home more than 4 years or more here in Central Indiana, over the last 4 years, you still have seen wild appreciation as Indiana goes. The average home in Central Indiana has gone up 43.1% in value, which means that the average home in Central Indiana has seen its value go up $102,000 in the last 4 years. So in Hamilton County, we've seen the inventory jump 31.1% over the last year. Home sales down 4.4%, and home prices go up 3.4%. But again, compared to 4 years ago, everything's always been a little bit more exaggerated in Hamilton County. We only have 65% of homes for sale now compared to 4 years ago. Home sales down almost 32% in Hamilton County compared to 4 years ago, but home appreciation has gone up 43.8%. So again, very similar. And then Marion County, 81.4% of homes for sale compared to 4 years ago. Home sales down 27%, so number of homes being sold, and your home value's gone up 40%. So again, you can see they're all similar there with the dynamics, but why am I saying that, and what does that have to do with the story that I started out this video with? Is that, in all of the challenges of our day-to-day lives, and maybe the challenges that I have selling real estate, or you have with your job, it's easy to lose perspective, and we just kind of get caught up in like the difficulties of the day and how are we going to get through that. But what is undoubtedly the case when it comes to real estate is that real estate is a wonderful long-term investment. It's really the best long-term investment you can make. The average homeowner has 39 times the net worth of the average renter. So the sooner that you can own real estate and keep it and let it grow, the better off that you're going to be. Those of you that are looking to make that are possibly looking to make moves right now, whether you're a first-time home buyer or you're somebody that owns a home and you're looking to maybe sell your home and buy another one, I encourage you, just like when people see kids, right, and they haven't seen them in a while and they notice how much they've changed and how much they've grown, take the long-term perspective on everything that's going on here, and understand that you don't wait to buy real estate, you buy real estate and wait. And the people that do the best, not only in real estate but across their life, are people that make the right decision for them, the right long-term decision for them, and they act accordingly, and they don't overthink it with all of these other factors that are going on. That they make the decision when it's the right decision and the right time for them. Of course, with the experts here at Associates-Indy Associates, me and my team, we're more than happy to help you navigate through the opportunities and how the interest rates and how the inventory can impact what your opportunity looks like when you're looking to make a move. But as we keep a long-term perspective and we understand that things change and things mature over time, that if you're making the right move for the right reasons, you're going to be okay. So I hope you found this video helpful for you. I hope you found it encouraging. If you have any other questions, I'd love for you to reach out. You can hit the like button. You can comment down below, or you can message us, and myself or somebody from my team will get back in touch with you, and just kind of see where you're at and see how we can serve you. And as always, if you know somebody that would benefit from the information on this video, if you know somebody that's looking to make a move, we are never too busy for your referrals. Thank you so much.